Hi, my name is Dr. Arnold and welcome to Mastering Aligners. And I want to share with you my journey into how I became the leading Invisalign Go provider in my region, and how I then managed to reach the elite apex status with Invisalign, one of the clear aligner providers, which meant that I was in the top 1% within Europe, Middle East, and Africa as well. So for me, I started out, using impressions to be able to take records that I would send off to then work on a treatment plan. And I look back at it and I think, how did I do it without a scanner? But that's how I started out, just impressions that would be sent out and shipped to form the ClinCheck. And what I found really helped me early on to really start taking on more cases was the fact that most of my cases initially were from the clinic, the dental practice that I worked at. So it was patients that were under the care of that dental practice. They trusted that dental practice. The ones that saw me, they trusted me and my recommendations. And it meant that for the most part, I had easy patients to work on because there was that trust, that relationship. And I was able to be able to work with them from start to finish in terms of highlighting what would benefit their oral care, and also be able to present aligners as an option to straightening their teeth, improving their bite. Now, one of the things that then helped to launch the number of cases I was taking on was the fact that I was able to utilize internal marketing. So what that simply means is we just let people know that I was providing aligners in the practice. We sent out a text message to patients of the practice, and many of them didn't even know that we provided aligners. So that gave me a good initial surge of cases to start tackling aligner cases. As I was getting through those cases, that was actually enough to now make me an Invisalign preferred provider, then a premier provider, and that took me to the elite status as an Invisalign provider. So I was now taking on quite a lot of cases. It allowed me to start getting referrals. So treatments that I was finishing, those patients would tell their friends, their family. So I was now getting quite a lot of referrals coming into the clinic. And that then took me to the next level of becoming an elite apex provider, so being in the top 1% within Europe, Middle East, and Africa. And one of the big turning points as well was the fact that I was able to convince the owner to get a scanner. Now I was moving from these impressions to now scanning all my patients, and that just took things off in terms of how many cases I could deal with. So my workflow improved, and patients also had this wow factor of a scanner being used to make their aligners. They could see their teeth on the scan and how their teeth could look if they were straightened. So that just took my cases to another level. So if you're starting out in aligners and you're thinking, how can you start to get more cases? Start with the patients that you serve already. Can you offer them aligners if it's beneficial to them? Can you start looking at internal marketing, sending messages or having visuals, posters in your practice that lets people know that you provide aligners? You'd be surprised that the patients that you're treating have no idea that aligners are provided in your clinic. And then you can start looking at things like getting a scanner. You can start looking at things like external marketing, ads on Facebook or Instagram, to then take your cases to another level. So I hope that really helps you in terms of starting to craft a pathway for you to take on more aligner cases in a sustainable way, and in a way where you can learn and grow as you take on more cases. I'll see you guys at the next video. Do like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, as I share my experiences of using aligners to transform my patients' smiles.